Hey, oh, I forgot to turn my youngest one. Hey guys, it's Mr. Nobody, Ferris. Yeah, we're watching the private video I made in the customer. Let's try it. 3, 2, 1.
McDonnell Douglas rolled out the MD-11. It was in 1992, McDonnell Douglas rolled out the MD-11.
Okay.
It was meant to clean up the DC-10's bad name. The DC-10 had killed enough people that
Yeah,
pilots
no,
called
yeah,
it
no.
the Death Cruiser. The MD-11 was stretched,
Yeah, man, that
given
was
better
great.
engines,
Yeah.
and packed with new flight
It's been
computers. On
safer.
paper, it
No
was
quest,
everything
but
the
serious enough.
DC-10 should have been.
Battery? It
Less than a
costs
year later,
like this.
one went down. A Chinese Eastern MD-11
Yeah,
started pitching up and down uncontrollably.
yeah.
2 people died, and the aircraft
Every
was written
tried.
off.
Yeah, so
Over the next
it's a
30
piece.
years,
Yeah,
the
that's why I
same
was
story.
wanting to play this first. Does it take a second quest? I think I'm gonna never pilot the plane. Oh, like this, Yeah,
Story repeated. A plane designed to be safer
yeah,
ended up with over 10 major hull losses and more than 240 deaths. Korean Air's MD-11
yeah.
hit
I
the
couldn't
ground
talk
short of the
about
runway in
yeah, quest.
Shanghai. FedEx's flipped upside down in Tokyo.
Yeah,
And most
yeah.
recently, in November 2025, a UPS MD-11
Most this
freighter
year,
departing
the
Louisville lost its left
this
engine,
other one, yeah,
erupted in flames, crashed into industrial buildings,
yeah.
killing at least 7
Clear
people
the
on
aircraft
board
break.
and on the ground, with the death toll expected to rise. The MD-11 was supposed to be the fix. Instead, it became the final chapter of McDonnell Douglas's jetliner era.
Alpha
The
2.
MD-11 began as a
Okay,
practical
okay.
rewrite of the DC-10. McDonnell Douglas launched the program to stretch range, cut fuel burn, and bring the trijet into the modern cockpit era. The decision was not a gamble on a new layout. It was an evolution. A longer fuselage, bigger wing with winglets, new engines, a smaller tailplane, more composite structure, and a 2-crew glass cockpit to remove the flight engineer. These changes were meant to make the DC-10 family competitive with new wide-bodies.
Yeah, our
The
body
program
is yeah.
timeline is short and exact. The MD-11
Yes,
program was
the
announced in late
animal.
1986.
Yeah,
Assembly of the first prototype began in March 1988.
yeah,
The prototype flew on 10
Yes.
January 1990. FAA certification followed in November 1990. The first delivery went to Finnair in December 1990, and the MD-11 entered passenger service that same month. Production ran through 2000 with 200 airframes completed. The MD-11 kept the centerline engine and 3-engine layout, but added a span-wise increase, blended winglets, refined airfoils, and a horizontal tail reduced in area by roughly 30% compared with the DC-10. Engine choices included the generalized CF680C2 and the Pratt & Whitney PW4000 family. The cockpit moved to a 2-pilot electronically displayed flight deck driven by Honeywell VIA computers and multiple CRT displays. The aircraft's structure used a higher percentage of composites and tighter aerodynamic tolerances to lower wetted area and drag. Those modifications improved cruise efficiency on paper and changed handling characteristics in practice. The pitch of the program was simple. Give airlines longer range and better economics than the DC-10 while retaining the trijet's operational flexibility over long overwater routes. Initial marketing targeted long nonstop sectors that twin jets then struggled to cover efficiently.
Yeah.
Airlines saw a promise, a familiar trijet with modern fuel economy and updated systems. The reality diverged from the sales pitch. The MD-11 missed its advertised 1993. The jet was cruising over the Pacific from Shanghai to Los Angeles when the leading edge slats extended mid-flight. The cause was traced to a flight attendant bumping the slat handle, but what followed exposed how tightly tuned the MD-11's aerodynamics really were. The slats extended while the aircraft was moving at nearly Mach 0.8. Lift surged instantly, and the jet pitched up with violent G-forces. The autopilot disengaged, and the aircraft began oscillating nose up and nose down as the pilots fought to regain control. Unsecured passengers and crew slammed into ceilings and walls. 2 people died from their injuries. More than 60 were hurt.
Yeah.
Investigators
Android.
found that the
Android
MD-11's
goes.
lighter tailplane and smaller stabilizer made it far more sensitive in pitch than the DC-10. A minor trim
Yeah.
disturbance could escalate into a violent motion,
Okay. Let's
or
get this.
a Mandarin Airlines
Yeah, like
MD-11,
this.
registration
Like this.
B150, crashed
Yeah.
while landing in a
Mhm.
typhoon at Hong Kong's Kai Kak Airport. The approach was unstable. The jet bounced on
Yeah. So
touchdown,
now this
rolled,
video about
and broke
this
apart.
video about 10 minute
3 people
video. But I
died.
don't know. I don't know.
The tailplane's limited
Oh, 10
authority
minutes.
and the
That's pretty
MD-11's
cool.
tendency to pitch sharply during
PS5
go-around were again in question. And then in 1997,
But they carry
another
it.
China Airlines MD-11, Flight 642, crashed while attempting to land
Look
at
at
Hong Kong's
that,
Cheplap Kok
guys.
Airport during high
Crushed.
winds. The aircraft flipped inverted and caught fire. 3 passengers
Yeah,
died, and more than
oh, feathers. Yeah,
200 were
feathers.
injured. By this
Blah, blah,
point,
blah. Whatever.
hard landing and flipped upside down.
And airport
The crew
in
survived, but
America.
the aircraft was destroyed.
Yeah, that's story.
In
Airport guy.
1997,
So,
another FedEx MD-11,
oh,
Flight
it's
80
crazy.
like in number but
Mess up,
not in
bro.
fate, nearly repeated the
Yes,
pattern in Newark
but it's
when a
there.
main gear failure caused a severe rollout fire.
It's the
That same year,
yeah.
Korean Air Flight
Same as Korean
801
too,
crashed
but,
on approach to Guam.
rapper.
While that was a 747,
That's point
the
of
same
difference, though.
airline's
Where's Japan?
MD-11 fleet had already faced repeated landing
Japan is a
incidents,
great country.
especially Flight 6316 in
Yeah,
1999, which crashed shortly after takeoff from Shanghai after the
Yeah.
crew lost spatial orientation, killing all 3 crew and 5 people on the
Yeah.
ground. And then in 2025, history repeated one more time.
iPhone.
UPS Airlines Flight 2976, an MD-11F bound for Honolulu, lifted off from Louisville in the early hours of November 4. Seconds after rotation, witnesses saw a flash on the left side, an apparent engine fire or structural failure. The aircraft lost lift, banked left, and plunged into an industrial area beyond the airport perimeter.
Bye-bye, thank you.
It was the latest in a long chain of MD-11
Massive file. Okay, is it this screen? Oh, what the heck? Whatever. Can someone help me? What the heck? Recording. Okay. Guys. Okay, but yeah. This video, this rap. This is Chrome. This is my mouse. I'm not using OBS video because of the lagging. Yeah, I'm new to this one. Anyway, Professor Bitcoin in school. How's my enter Wassup in school? Please, we don't want this. We don't send our agent Wassup in school, but enter Bitcoin in school episode.